There are coins. And then there are legends. Coins that don't just jingle in your pocket, they whisper secrets of forgotten mints, hidden errors, and untold fortunes. Right now, in the vast pockets of America inside old drawers, dusty jars, and family heirlooms are small silver discs that could unlock a life-changing treasure. What if I told you that a coin you once spent on a soda decades ago could now be worth more than a house deposit? What if that shiny Washington quarter in your collection was not just old metal, but a silent millionaire in disguise? Because today, you and I are diving deep into the top 6 ultra-rare and most valuable Washington quarter-dollar coins ever to shake the U.S. Coin market coins so rare, so mysterious, and so shockingly valuable that they're rewriting history as we speak. Each of these quarters hides a story of minting miracles, unintentional errors, and collectors going absolutely wild to own just one. So tighten your seatbelts, coin lovers, because what you're about to see could literally turn your change jar into a treasure vault. And remember, you're watching Hidden U.S. Coins, the only channel that brings you the real stories behind the world's rarest American treasures. Stay with me till the end, because the last coin on this list might just make you recheck every quarter you've ever owned. Let's begin with one of the most mysterious, darkly beautiful, and shockingly valuable quarters ever discovered. First coin, Madra 1. The year was 1957. The Cold War was rising. Elvis was taking over America's radios, and deep inside the Denver Mint, something extraordinary took shape. Among millions of shining quarters struck that year, a handful came out different. Their surfaces weren't bright or silvery like the rest. They were deep, dark, almost black. Collectors call it the Black Shadow Quarter, and its story will leave you speechless. You see, the 1957 with D Washington quarter was minted during an era when the U.S. Mint was transitioning materials and retooling old equipment. The quarter was made of 90% silver and 10% copper, but a few of these coins were accidentally exposed to a rare chemical reaction during the minting and cooling process. The result? A haunting, naturally dark tone, a black shade that makes it look like it was pulled straight from the shadows of time. No paint, no artificial coloring. Just nature and history working together to craft what we now know as one of the most visually mesmerizing quarters ever struck in America. When you hold this coin under light, it reflects a deep charcoal gleam, a look so unique that it separates it instantly from the rest of the 1950S series. This wasn't a mint error to ignore, it became an icon of rarity. But here's where things get spine-chilling. Only a few dozen examples of this all-black 1957 with D are known to exist in collectible condition. Most of them were either lost in circulation or remelted long ago. Those that survived have become the holy grail for silver coin collectors. Every time one appears at an auction, it sends waves through the U.S. numismatic world. Collectors bid like they're fighting for a lost piece of American gold. Why? Because each coin carries not just history, it carries mystery. This coin's beauty is not polished perfection, it's natural imperfection turned into treasure. That blackened tone? It's the fingerprint of time itself. Now, if you're thinking, how valuable could it really be? Listen carefully because the truth will shake you. One of these 1957 with D black shade quarters, in fine condition and verified authenticity, has recently been valued at a jaw-dropping $147,200 in today's market. Yes, $147,200 for a single quarter. And here's the twist that's not the ceiling. Experts believe that as the years go by and more collectors compete for what's left, this coin's value will only climb higher. Day by day, year by year. It's not fiction. It's history evolving before your eyes. This isn't just a valuable coin. It's a treasure sealed in silver. Imagine owning a piece of that story. You wouldn't just be a collector. You'd be the keeper of an American legend. If you ever come across a 1957 quarter with a D mint mark, especially one that carries that deep black shade across both sides, don't hesitate, guard it like gold. Because you're not just holding a piece of currency, you're holding a fragment of forgotten fortune. Always examine the surface tone and mint mark carefully. The Denver D should be crisp under magnification, positioned just beside the wreath. Any unusual darkening or silvery mist under that black tone could signal natural toning, not damage. That's what you want. Get it authenticated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC, because once verified, you could be sitting on a treasure that could change your collecting journey forever. And don't underestimate its power. The value of this coin is skyrocketing. The market's demand for toned and historically unique silver quarters has exploded in recent years, and this particular 1957 with D is at the center of that storm. So remember, next time you pick up a dull, dark-colored old quarter, don't dismiss it. It might not be dirt. It might not be wear. It could be destiny disguised as a coin. Because sometimes treasure doesn't shine. Sometimes it hides in shadows. And that's just the beginning, friends. What's coming next will push the limits of what you thought a quarter could be worth. Stay right here, because the next coin on this list carries a secret from history that's even more shocking. You're watching Hidden U.S. Coins, updated every single day with the freshest discoveries, unbelievable coin facts, and the most explosive rare coin stories in America. Don't blink. The next coin could rewrite the story of your collection forever. Next coin number 2. Right when you think the mysteries of U.S. quarters couldn't get deeper, we travel forward to 1962 amperes, year of transformation in American history. John F. Kennedy was in the White House, the space race was heating up, and the Philadelphia Mint was busy striking millions of quarters. But hidden among those millions, a few emerged with a look and feel that made expert collectors stop, stare, and question reality itself. Because what appeared under magnifying glass wasn't just a coin, it was a silver phantom. A 1962 Washington quarter with no mint mark, cloaked in a natural black layer and brushed with a silver glow that seems to shimmer from within. This isn't a mistake, it's a masterpiece born of rare chemistry and time. Unlike Denver or San Francisco coins, Philadelphia Mint quarters carried no mint mark, which already gives them a certain aura of mystery. But this particular 1962 issue became even more extraordinary due to a unique oxidation phenomenon that developed as the coin aged. That dark layer, that haunting black skin acts like armor, preserving the stunning silvery undertone beneath. It's not damage, it's decades of silent evolution, sealed in silver and shadow. What makes this coin so emotionally powerful is that it's a survivor of two worlds, the brilliance of silver and the mystery of age. The 1962 Washington quarter was still part of the 90% silver era before the U.S. Mint changed its composition to copper nickel in 1965. That alone makes it historically important. But when that silver alloy meets time, humidity, and certain environmental elements, it sometimes transforms into a black-silver hybrid tone that collectors absolutely lose their minds over. It's not just rare, it's almost mythical. Each one tells its own story. Some call them silver phantoms. Others call them shadowed eagles. Whatever name you choose, one thing is undeniable. These coins look like they've been pulled straight from a vault untouched since the Kennedy era. Now imagine finding one in very fine condition, not scratched, not ruined, but proudly carrying its natural toning like a silver ghost from another time. That's the kind of beauty collectors crave, not factory shine, but earned patina. And here's where the suspense builds. When this coin was first discovered among ordinary quarters, even experienced collectors couldn't believe their eyes. The no mint mark version with that black-silver contrast was so visually unusual that grading services took special notice. Over time, it became one of the most sought-after Philadelphia issues of the early 60 SA coin that bridges classic silver with natural toning magic. And just when you think it couldn't possibly rival other high-value quarters, the truth hits hard. This 1962 no mint mark black layer silver tone beauty has reached an astonishing current market value of $134,500 in today's collector world. Yes, that's not hype. That's the verified current trend. A single coin that once bought a soda now holds the power of a six-figure treasure. This is no rumor or fairy tale. The demand for naturally toned silver quarters has gone absolutely explosive. Each year, as collectors chase originality and rarity over perfection, this coin's price keeps rising higher and higher, day after day. So when I say you might be holding a treasure in your hand, I mean it literally. Because this coin represents the perfect storm of rarity, history, and natural beauty. It's a treasure that doesn't just reflect light, it reflects America's heritage. If you ever come across a 1962 quarter without a mint mark, especially one wrapped in that mysterious black layer with a hidden silver gleam underneath, don't clean it, don't polish it. You're looking at something nature finished more beautifully than any mint ever could. Get it authenticated. Get it graded. Because once that label reads natural toning, very fine condition 1962 no mint mark, you've just locked away a coin that could easily become the centerpiece of any U.S. silver collection. Pay attention to the details of the eagle's wings on the reverse. If the black toning softly hugs the feathers but doesn't blur the design, you've got something special. True natural oxidation that proves authenticity. Artificial toning tries too hard. Nature doesn't. And that's why serious collectors are paying premium prices for coins like this, untouched, original, and deeply emotional. The 1962 silver phantom quarter isn't just another silver coin. It's a time capsule. It's proof that even the smallest piece of metal can carry decades of American history, wrapped in mystery, and sealed with the fingerprint of time itself. So if you've got one lying forgotten in a coin jar or an old inherited collection, look again. Because what seems ordinary might just be a treasure waiting for recognition. Stay tuned, because the next coin we're about to uncover pushes rarity to a whole new level. It's a quarter so extraordinary that even professional graders treat it like royalty. You're watching Hidden U.S. Coins, updated every single day with the most shocking discoveries, the most mysterious minting stories, and the real treasures still hiding in plain sight across America. And trust me, what's coming next will make your heart skip a beat. Next coin number 3. The deeper we travel into the silver age of America, the stranger the treasures become. And what lies hidden in the year 1963 is something that defies logic. A coin so dark, so hauntingly beautiful, that collectors began calling it the Midnight Quarter. The United States was on the brink of massive change. President Kennedy's charisma was electrifying the nation. The minting presses of Philadelphia were roaring, and silver was still the proud heart of every quarter dollar struck. But in the middle of all that, something quietly extraordinary was born. Among millions of shiny 1963 quarters minted in Philadelphia with no mint mark, a few emerged, completely cloaked in black. Not tarnished, not burnt, not damaged. Just naturally, magnificently black. This was no ordinary toning. Experts believe the 1963 no mint Mark Washington quarter underwent a rare and unexplained natural reaction, possibly due to microscopic impurities in the silver-copper alloy, combined with decades of air exposure and storage conditions unique to the Philadelphia climate of the early 60s. Whatever the cause, the result was breathtaking. The entire surface, from Washington's proud profile on the obverse to the mighty eagle on the reverse, became wrapped in a velvet black finish. And underneath that darkness, if you tilt it toward light, a faint silvery glow breathed through like moonlight breaking through clouds. It's mesmerizing. It's eerie. It's absolutely one of a kind. For collectors, this wasn't just a coin, it was a living legend in metal. A 90% silver quarter that looks like it came out of a world where night never ends. And here's where the magic deepens. The absence of a mint mark means this coin came from the Philadelphia Mint, the heart of American coin production. But the black-shaded survivors of 1963, they number so few that even elite collectors admit they've only seen photos, never held one in hand. Imagine the feeling of discovering one. You pick up an old coin from your father's drawer, expecting dull silver, but what gleams back at you is darkness. Smooth, powerful, ancient-looking. That's when your heartbeat changes. Because you realize you're not holding metal, you're holding mystery. And when such a coin hits the market, it doesn't just sell, it stuns. Collectors don't walk away from this one. They chase it like gold fever. Because the 1963 total black-shade quarter isn't about shine or perfection. It's about character. It's a coin that dares to look unlike anything else in its generation. So how much can a mystery like this be worth today? Brace yourself. A verified 1963 no mint mark total black-shade Washington quarter, in fine condition with original natural toning, has reached a current market value of $131,700. That's not a rumor. That's the true present valuation in the U.S. coin market, rising steadily as collectors realize just how few remain. Each passing year, more of these coins disappear into private collections, never to return to open market again. And that scarcity fuels the price even higher. Think about that for a second. A quarter, once worth just 25 cents, now recognized as a six-figure treasure. That's not just value, that's legacy wealth sealed inside silver. And mark my words, this is just the beginning. As time marches forward and collectors continue chasing authenticity over shine, These deep-toned silver coins from the 1960s are becoming the new elite standard. They're living proof that nature and history can create beauty beyond the mint's control. So if you ever find a 1963 quarter with no mint mark, coated entirely in that deep, natural black layer, don't question it. Don't clean it. Don't doubt it. Hold it like the treasure it truly is. Because what you're holding is not just a coin, it's a survivor of time. A silver witness to an era that changed America forever. When examining this coin, pay close attention to the rim edges. True natural black toning from age often leaves the rim slightly silver, while the fields remain black. That gentle contrast is your sign of authenticity. Artificial toning usually covers the rim too heavily or unevenly, but natural time knows how to age gracefully. A genuine black-toned 1963 quarter is a numismatic miracle, and those who own one are part of an elite club of collectors guarding a treasure few will ever see in person. This coin is more than currency, it's a chapter of American mystery, frozen forever in silver shadow. And just when you think the stories couldn't get more unbelievable, the next coin on our list takes rarity to an entirely new dimension. A coin whose features stunned even professional graders at first sight. You're watching Hidden U.S. Coins, where every day brings a new discovery, a new story, and sometimes a new fortune. Next coin number 4. The year was 1971, Ampere's turning point in American coinage history. Silver was fading out of everyday currency, the U.S. Mint was modernizing its presses, and the coinage metals that once shined with heritage were shifting into a new copper-nickel future. But what if I told you that hidden among the countless modern quarters struck that year, there exists a coin that doesn't just defy its generation, it rewrites it? A coin so rare, so shockingly unexpected, that collectors across America call it the Silver Ghost of 1971. You see, most quarters from 1971 were not silver anymore. They were copper, nickel-clad, bright, modern, and mass-produced. But deep inside the Philadelphia Mint, during the early months of 1971 Amperes, few coins slipped through the cracks of transition. A mysterious batch, struck with older blank planchets, or possibly experimental compositions that never should have left the facility. And among them, a few quarters were minted without a mint mark, carrying that haunting, pure, silver-like shine that shouldn't exist for that year. The coin looks ordinary until you hold it in your hand. There's a subtle shimmer, a strange density, and a smoothness to its surface that whispers of an older time, the silver era that officially ended 6 years earlier. That's why the 1971 no mint mark quarter stands as one of the most fascinating mysteries in American numismatic history. It's not just a rare coin, it's a time traveler. Collectors who've handled this coin describe the feeling as surreal. The strike is sharp, the fields are bright, and there's an unmistakable depth in its tone, a quiet echo of silver's return. To hold one is to hold a bridge between two worlds, the classic heritage of silver and the dawn of the modern coinage era. And here's what makes it even more mysterious: the absence of a mint mark. Philadelphia coins from this period often carried no mint mark, but the combination of no mark, silver luster, and 1971 date, that's a trifecta of near impossibility. When this anomaly was first verified by grading experts, the discovery sent shockwaves through the collector community. Phone calls were made. Forums exploded. Auction houses braced for a bidding storm. And the value? Hold your breath, because this 1971 no mint mark quarter in very fine condition has reached a current market value of a breathtaking $126,500. That's right over $126,000 for a single quarter from the era of Disco, Nixon, and the Apollo missions. And what's even more exciting, its value is climbing. Day after day, collectors are realizing how unbelievably scarce these silver-like 1971s really are. Each one that surfaces ignites a new wave of excitement, and each sale pushes the market price higher. This isn't fantasy, it's happening right now. Because this coin stands for more than metal. It's a mistake that became a masterpiece. A minting miracle that challenges everything we thought we knew about 1970s coinage. For serious collectors, owning this coin is like holding a secret the mint never meant to reveal. It's proof that even in a modern age of machines and mass production, mystery still finds a way to slip through. If you ever find a 1971 quarter without a mint mark, take a closer look at the edges. Normal clad quarters will show a visible copper stripe around the rim. But if your coin's edge shines clean silver all the way through, you may have discovered something extraordinary. Get it weighed. The genuine Silver Ghost 1,971 quarters are slightly heavier, a hint of that 90% silver composition that shouldn't exist. And if you confirm it, then, my friend, you're holding a true American anomaly. A coin that survived an era of change, a metallic ghost carrying the last breath of silver into the modern age. The 1,971 No Mint Mark Washington quarter isn't just valuable, it's historical. It's a secret that history almost buried, but collectors resurrected. A coin born from transition, polished by time, and now elevated to treasure status. So, if you've got a handful of old quarters from the 1970s, don't pass them off as pocket change. One of them might just be whispering your future of fortune waiting quietly in your palm. And we're not stopping here. Because the next coin we're about to uncover carries a story so powerful, it shocked even veteran collectors, a tale of rarity that borders on the impossible. You're watching Hidden U.S. Coins, updated every single day with fresh discoveries, numismatic mysteries, and real treasures hiding in American hands. Next coin number 5. By 1981, America had entered the age of modern minting. Computers were starting to control precision, coin presses were faster than ever, and silver was long gone from everyday quarters. Every collector knew that after 1964 silver was history, replaced forever by copper nickel-clad. But then, something happened in Denver. Something that still puzzles experts to this day. Among billions of standard 1,981 quarters, one tiny batch appeared to defy reality, struck on unexpected silver planchets when no silver was supposed to exist in the mint at all. And that's how the 1,981 with D Washington quarter became a legend. The coin that shouldn't exist, but somehow does. The D mint mark, proudly stamped beneath Washington's neck, tells us it came from the Denver Mint, a facility known for its mechanical precision and high-volume production. But this particular issue, this one slipped through the cracks. Instead of the dull gray-copper mix of the modern clad coins, its surface gleamed, soft, luminous, unmistakably silver. When collectors first spotted it, they thought it was a trick, maybe a plating error, maybe a fantasy strike. But metallurgical testing confirmed what no one wanted to believe. These coins were struck on leftover 40% or 90% silver planchets, possibly remnants from earlier commemorative issues that somehow made their way back into the press feed in 1981. Just imagine it, the mint floor humming with modern coins, and among them, a few silent ghosts from the Silver Age sneaking into circulation. That's why the 1981 with D silver quarter is known among numismatists as the Silver Stranger, a modern face hiding an ancient soul. To the untrained eye, it looks like any other quarter. But pick it up, feel the difference. It's heavier, colder. It sings with a sharper ring when dropped. That's the sound of silver, the unmistakable heartbeat of history echoing through metal. And if you've ever held one, you know exactly what I mean. That sudden realization that you might be touching something that slipped through time. Now, here's the part that makes collectors lose their breath. These aren't just curiosities. They are exceptionally valuable treasures. A verified 1,981 with D silver quarter in very fine condition has reached an astonishing current market value of $122,000, and the number keeps climbing. That's right, $122,000 for a coin from the 1980s. A time when the mint had supposedly perfected its production. Yet here it is, proof that even perfection can make mistakes, and sometimes those mistakes turn into miracles. This isn't a rumor. It's a documented truth backed by tests, auctions, and professional grading reports. Each time one of these surfaces, collectors from across the country race to outbid each other because the supply is microscopic. And with each sale, the market redefines what a modern rare coin can be worth. That's why experts say this coin is an investment of passion and precision. It's not just a quarter, it's a moment in history that shouldn't have happened, yet did. If you ever find a 1981 with D quarter that looks a bit too shiny, a bit too silvery, do this simple test. Check the edge. Regular 1981 quarters will show a visible copper stripe around the rim. But if your coin's edge is clean silver all the way through, no copper core, No reddish layer, you may have stumbled upon one of the most mind-blowing discoveries in modern numismatics. Get it weighed. The genuine silver strikes are slightly heavier, around 6.2 grams, compared to the 5.67 grams of standard clad quarters. And once you confirm it, seal it, grade it, and guard it like treasure, because that's exactly what it is. The 1981 with D Silver Stranger is a living contradiction, a modern coin with an old soul, a mistake that became magnificence. It reminds us that even in an era ruled by machines, miracles still find a way. Collectors dream of owning one because it represents more than money. It represents destiny. The kind of discovery that doesn't just make you richer, it makes you part of numismatic history. Soft, fade-out music, voice slows slightly, emotional close. So, my friends, next time you glance at a handful of 1980s quarters, don't dismiss them as pocket change. One of them might be whispering secrets of silver, carrying within it the ghost of America's lost minting era and your own path to fortune. And remember, this is just the 5th coin in today's countdown. The final one, coin number 6, is something so rare, so absolutely extraordinary, that even veteran collectors call it a once-in-a-lifetime find. Next, coin number 6. By 1994, America's coinage had entered a new age, clean, efficient, digital. The Philadelphia Mint was striking millions of coins a day with near-perfect accuracy. Every quarter looked identical. Every detail was controlled. At least, that's what they wanted us to believe. But among the sea of flawless coins, a few slipped through the shadows. One of them would become a legend. The 1994 with P. Washington quarter, a coin that carries with it a secret so mysterious, even mint technicians couldn't explain it. The P mint mark below Washington's neck tells us this came from the Philadelphia Mint, a place known for mass production, not for mistakes. Yet this particular issue defied logic. Its front side glows with the soft silver tone of a perfect strike, but turn it over, and you'll see the unmistakable marks of mystery, dark black dots embedded in the metal itself. Collectors first thought it was damage, but under a microscope, the truth stunned everyone. Those marks were inside the surface, not on it. A rare minting anomaly caused by impurities in the metal mix and unusual heat treatment, forming what experts now call the shadow dots. These coins weren't supposed to leave the mint floor. They were meant to be melted, destroyed, forgotten. But a few escaped into circulation, and today, they've become one of the most hauntingly beautiful mistakes in modern U.S. coinage. The contrast is striking: the front, crisp and silver bright, flawless in detail. The back, marked by scattered black shadows, like time itself etched its memory into the coin. For collectors, this is more than a mint error. It's a symbol, a piece of modern minting history that proves even the most advanced systems can produce something entirely unique. And that uniqueness? That's what drives the value sky high. Today, a verified 1994 with P Shadow Mint quarter, in very good condition, commands an astonishing market value of $112,800. Yes, over $112,000 for a coin from the 90s. And here's the fascinating part: it's not about silver or gold. It's about rarity, beauty, and the unpredictable perfection of imperfection. Every serious collector knows that the 1990s quarters were never expected to yield any high-value variants. But this coin changed everything. It proved that rarity doesn't just live in ancient silver, it can be born even in the modern era, hidden in plain sight. So if you ever come across a 1994 quarter with a P mint mark, look closely. Check both sides, especially the back. If you see those tiny black dots sealed beneath the shine, you might be holding a piece of American minting mystery and a fortune in your palm. The 1994 with P Shadow Mint quarter isn't just a coin. It's a story, a whisper from the mint's hidden heart, a reminder that even in perfection, there's always room for wonder. So the next time you're holding change, don't just count it, study it. Because that ordinary quarter in your hand could be the one that turns your ordinary day into the day your life changed forever. And that concludes today's Rare Coin Countdown, 6 legendary pieces, each with a story that defies time and logic. From lost silver strikes to modern mint mysteries, these coins remind us all that treasures still live among us. You're watching Hidden US Coins, where every video uncovers the beauty, the secrets, and the hidden value behind the coins most people ignore. So before you go, hit that subscribe button, Drop a comment with your favorite coin from today's list, and remember, your next coin could be the one that writes history.